19-year-old Iga Swiatek has made history in winning her maiden Grand Slam title, beating Sofia Kenin 6-4, 6-4 for the 2020 Roland Garros crown. Iga is now the first Grand Slam singles champion from Poland and the youngest French Open champion since 1997 when Maoli took the title. Looking at the finals match for a bit, Swiatek, like literally in all of her matches in Roland Garros, came out on fire. She was firing on all cylinders, serving extremely well, which got her a few free points and presented her more chances to dictate with the forehand. After going up 3-love, she wavered a bit and started to miss a bit more. Kenin, on the other hand, started to settle in and dictate more. The 3-all game was a major turning point because Sonia had so many opportunities to go up a break. Even though she didn't get a break point, at 15-all she had a chance for an easy put away but let the ball bounce, losing the point. This happened again on game point, by the way. Also, at 30-all, Iga hit a very poor drop shot off of Kenin's return, and Sonia didn't even run for the ball. Here it was obvious Iga was very shaky, and that was really Sonia's chance to break away and win the set. It also gave Swiatek more confidence that she was still in the set while playing at a lower level. She did serve forward at 5-3, but was still very shaky and was broken once more. However, in the following game, she played very well within herself and broke to take the set. After she was able to scrape through and take the opening set, she completely laid down the hammer and dominated. Kenin did break in the first game of the second, and she played well, but Swiatek broke right back, playing excellent and really outplaying her. This was the second major turning point, because Kenin was unable to consolidate the break even when she was playing better. I think she knew she wasn't going to beat Iga during the 1-all game, where she was beginning to cry, and I just think she knew she didn't have the game to beat Swiatek as she's been off all tournament. She called the medical timeout at 2-1 for her left thigh, which could have explained some of her poor movement and poor play, which allowed Iga to really relax and finish strong without showing too much nerves. Giving full credit to Iga, she played a fantastic match, and she would have likely beaten Kenin regardless of the injury. This was a great matchup for Iga. She attacked everything Kenin gave her because Kenin's ball sat up a lot, and she stepped in a lot more, especially on the return of serve, especially on the Kenin second serve, because Kenin's second serve is known to sit up. As I mentioned in my match preview, it's going to be the shortest shot any of her opponents will see, and because of that improved positioning for Swiatek, it induced more double faults, a little bit more double faults, and shorter second serves, which Swiatek was obviously able to attack more. Additionally, she has a lot of action on her shots, especially on the forehand side, which really troubled Kenin and prevented the American from really controlling the court and dictating and standing in from the middle and moving her opponents like she's accustomed to. In this match, she was on the move and she was on the defense and at the beck and call of her opponent. So that was definitely not the matchup she wanted and not how she wanted this match to go at all. I said that in the preview, Kenin should try to get the ball stretched out to the Iga backhand, but Iga handled that shot incredibly well. Usually, like I saw against Trevisan in Podoroska, she was struggling a bit and she was really relaying a lot of short balls after being stretched wide to the backhand. But she made every single shot and she returned it back with great interest. And I think that kind of surprised Kenin because Kenin was kind of looking for more backhand-to-backhand exchanges. And Swiatek was actually winning most of them. And a part of that is also due to Kenin's poor play. Her backhand cross-court was a bit off. She started to miss a lot of them uncharacteristically. So that was also a surprise. But going back to Kenin as a whole, she thinks she did poorly first. She let way too many short balls sit. As I mentioned in my mini match analysis, she had so many opportunities to close at the net, but she looked like a fish out of water. She didn't know really how to close. She didn't take any of the balls out of the air. Her volleys aren't the best, but you would think with her playing so much doubles, especially with Maddox Sands, she would at least take more chances and more risks and would feel more comfortable at taking the balls out of the air, but she didn't. I think that's an area she needs to improve upon. And also the drop shot. I said in the preview that the drop shot would be an important shot for Kenin as she's been using it all tournament, and under the conditions, it would be even more effective. But however, Swiatek used the drop shot more effectively than Sonia did. Sonia didn't really use the drop shot a whole bunch in this match, but Iga did. And even on Swiatek's drop shots that weren't all that great, she won all the points on those. And I think it was due to Kenin's like poor movement, or just poor movement even without the thigh injury, just poor movement, up to the court. There's players who are fast moving laterally, but moving vertically is different. And I think that's also something that future opponents of Kenin will see and look to take advantage of, injury or not. I also expected a bigger fight from Kenin. Like the commentator said, John McEnroe was saying, Mary Carrillo was saying, even after Sonia lost the first set, they're like, oh, the best is yet to come for Sonia. This match is nowhere near over. Sonia's going to fight. She's going to fight. And while she didn't like lay down at all, she kind of had the win taken out of her sails. Much of that was due to Swiatek's great play, as she really took the racket out of Sonia's hand and really took away her fight, which was really interesting because I've never really seen a player do that except for Azarenka in Rome just 2 weeks ago. But that was really interesting. I would have expected Kenin to fight a lot more, especially seeing as it's a really big match. She is prone to rise more for those Grand Slams, especially in a major final. In finals in general, she'd only lost one match. Before this match, she won 5 out of her 6 finals. So that was interesting. She didn't fight more. But yet again, it could be because of that left thigh injury. And at the end of the day, this was just a big step up in class. Iga was far better than all of Kenin's previous opponents. Kenin provided her opponents a lot of opportunities, previous opponents a lot of opportunities at getting back into the match, because Kenin, she's been very passionate this tournament. She's been showing moments of playing really great tennis, but then also really poor tennis. And this match was no different. And unlike Kvitova, unlike Collins, Swiatek really took full advantage, and didn't let her foot off of her neck. And that was really the difference maker in this match. But congratulations to Kenin for reaching the finals. Even though she didn't play her best, she really fought through and showed her trademark fight. And she's just a really great fighter and really, really great champion. So congratulations to her. But most importantly, congratulations to our champion, Iga, for an amazing, dominant tournament. This is probably the most dominant maiden slam run that I've ever seen. She didn't lose more than 5 games a single match. Just reading off all the scorelines from her 7 match wins. In the first round, she beat Vondrousova 6-1, 6-2. Shea 6-1, 6-4, Bouchard 6-3, 6-2, Halep 6-1, 6-2, Trevisan 6-3, 6-1, Podoroska 6-2, 6-1, and then finally in the finals against Kenin 6-4, 6-1. This is the fewest games lost en route to a Roland Garros title since Steffi Graf's 20 in 1988. It was just truly an utterly dominant performance, and if she plays like this, she can win many, many more slams. Additionally, entering the event, she was 54th in the world, and now she's 17 in the world with her title, and she makes history as the lowest ranked woman to win the Roland Garros singles trophy, so that's also more history. Iga received many congratulatory messages, including one from fellow 2020 Slam champ and friend Naomi Osaka, who tweeted her excitement at Iga's triumph. Also, fellow pole great Iga Swiatek wished her compatriot a congrats for achieving history as well. Possible men's champ Novak Djokovic also tweeted, as did Queen of Roland Garros Chrissy Evert. Iga had no plans for this title, but did all the things necessary to win, showing great poise throughout the entire fortnight. She talked to NBC after the match about this and said, after the preseason and COVID break, I was playing so well, and I thought I actually might win a slam now because the top players weren't here, and it was an opportunity for the underdogs. But when I started the US Open swing, I realized maybe this is not the best way to approach tournaments, and my expectations were way too high. So right now, I just focus on playing tennis, and I made it. It's amazing what a proper mindset can do. She's definitely right. A proper mindset can make all the difference, and for her, it was a maiden Grand Slam title. Congratulations, Iga. This wraps up a crazy women's tournament full of upsets and surprises, and I'm sure we'll see more of them in 2020. I can't wait for all of that, but for now, we have to focus on our new Grand Slam champion in the sport, Iga Swiatek.